Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. How else does that song go?
To you.
To ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Yeah. I'm going to say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad.
I'm naked. Hold on. We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth. Do you have a song at your work that you have to sing when it's somebody's birthday?
Oh, fuck no. No. One time someone asked me, they were like, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. I said, that's nice.
Congratulations. So what did you want to drink?
Yeah, like, okay, great. So what are you buying them?
Yeah.
Like, I don't, what the fuck? I'm not singing.
Yeah.
They're like, you got any dessert? I'm like, if you want to pay for it.
Yeah. Cheesecake not on the house.
Yeah, like, no, it's not. This is not. You know what? I actually have a buy one, get one free coupon for the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm supposed to use it today.
Oh.
I'm not going to.
Damn.
But I just thought about it.
Damn.
Because Emily got me this beautiful cake. Well, she didn't get it for me. She made it for me.
Yeah.
The most beautiful cake that I'm going to feel. Honestly, it's going to hit. I already know it's going to hit. It's going to be one of the best cakes I've ever eaten because Emily made it.
I hope so, but at the same time, I'm a little bit nervous because I baked the cake itself on Sunday night, but I added I made a simple syrup and put it on the cake layers, like keep it moist. So I'm hoping it's still like fresh because I iced it yesterday.
I'm telling you, it's still going to be incredible because Emily made it. But also I'm going to feel very guilty eating it because it's like a piece of art. Like it is,
I know what you mean.
Okay, it's like
you might break a tooth too. There's a lot of ginormous
there are,
pearls
but
on
that's
there.
okay. That's okay.
They're just cute.
It's like, you know, those like heart vintage cakes that have like come back. They've like resurfaced. It's like a cute thing to have right now.
Super Pinterest.
Yeah.
vibes.
So she made me like a Barbie 26 cake. Like I was like, she's like, I made that. I was like, no, you didn't. She's like, no, I made it. I'm like,
I even like Amazoned like the boxes to put them in because I
that's
was like,
also the other thing that got me. That's why I was like, no, you bought this.
I was like, I need it to look like store bought because like also I didn't have like a cake pan thing to like put it in. Besides one that's like copper from my grandma from like 1973, and I was like,
also gonna be a vibe with the vintage heart. I mean, like, vibes.
But this one was better because like you could see through the top.
Yeah, no, I literally saw it. I was like, no,
yeah,
that's no offense, that's too good. Not that I didn't think you could do that.
I didn't think I had it in me, honestly.
No, I believe I like if you would have told me me seeing it that you were gonna do it, I was like, oh, duh. Like,
yeah,
I believe that you could have done that and knocked out of the park. Now I wouldn't even questioned your ability to do it.
Oh, that's nice.
Because you're just so good at that stuff.
I think it's more of like a when I try something like that, and if I'm bad at it, I'll just never show the world. You know what I mean?
I would have tried.
So like, if I literally like, if it would have looked ugly, I would have just like not given it.
I would have scraped out the icing.
I would have gone to like fucking Kroger and bought a cake, and then like just had them write your name on it or something.
No, not even just like cakes, but like anything like artistic. If you're like, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm really like bet. I know it's gonna be good.
That's nice.
Every time.
That's nice. You should see some of the sketches in my sketchbook. They are not good. I just don't take photos of those.
Okay, you had to practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Those helped you get to the good ones.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
A little bit of practice makes perfect. If you didn't tell by us singing, it's Kellen's birthday today.
Yay.
So it's Tuesday, August 1st when we're recording this. So if anybody else shares Kellen's birthday, shout out to you. Happy birthday to you.
Leo
and if your
season.
birthday is on Thursday when this comes out, happy birthday to you. And if your birthday is on Friday when the video version comes out on YouTube,
happy birthday to you.
It's Leo season, baby. So I'm sure everybody's going to make sure they know it's their birthday.
Maybe.
Yeah. So this episode doesn't really have any direction.
As it shouldn't, because listen, guys, I've been on a boat all day. I was day drinking.
Let's have a little honesty hour.
Yeah, I was day drinking all day with some people from my work, and it was really, really fun, and it was like good because honestly, I haven't been on like a boat out on the lake in like forever.
I've never been on the lake in Tennessee.
I was only on my paddleboard, but like the boat's a whole vibe.
Did you guys get like a pontoon? What was the vibe?
Yeah, they got like a pontoon boat, and just we had coolers. I think we started the day with 67 White Claws, 2 packs of High Noons, a pack of Topo Chicos, like, and we left.
You guys
there.
were like the seltzer crew.
Oh, it was all. There was no beer. It was all
nice.
seltzer because it was all girls, and then
Right.
like the one girl's husband, and I think he failed to bring himself beer because he was like, "Damn, I was waiting for like a good day, and I forgot to bring myself beer."
He just like he like kept digging through the cooler to be like, maybe there's one Miller Lite in here.
Nope, none. It was all seltzer. He was like, "Well, here we go," and like.
You can't say like
We
as a
killed it.
man, you just can't say that they're bad though. Like you know what
they're
I mean?
not.
Like they're good.
No, we had also the Sunny D like vodka seltzers that just came out, which like
Oh, I would have hated that because
Okay.
I'm not an orange juice person.
you're right. You're not an orange juice person,
Yeah.
but like
I they had an apple juice vodka.
they
I
are
would've liked.
okay. I'm
Wait,
gonna
are
be
they
honest.
fizzy or are they flat?
No, because it's like a vodka seltzer. So like it has like a little bit of seltzer in it.
So it's
but
just like Sunny D branded.
yeah. So it's like the
Okay.
Sunny D almost.
I was thinking like the actual Sunny D, like just straight up orange juice.
No, it's just
like-
it's Sunny D and vodka.
okay.
And then like a little bit of seltzer. It's not overly carbonated. I'm not gonna lie though, like they're good. They're not amazing. They're good, but they're like overly hyped
Is
up.
it
It's some of the-
nostalgic though?
Yes, it's the nostalgia
Okay.
that makes them good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. So I'm a little burnt. So if you're watching the video version of the podcast,
She's a little
on
burnt.
YouTube,
And she's a little toasted.
I am a lobster right now. If I took my clothing off, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like it looks way worse naked because it's like
is it like your like upper stomach? I feel like that part of me gets like charred.
I am. Yeah,
like
I'm,
right
I'm
under
crispy.
the boob. I feel like I always get so burned.
My
there.
back and butt crispy.
Ooh, I bet
And
the boat was like white too, so it was like reflective.
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like real bad. But
I feel
anyway,
like you have to like unless you are in the shade on the lake, like under the top, you're gonna get burned.
you're
Like,
frying.
that's just how it is.
Yeah, no, we all got out of
Especially
the
if
fry.
you're drinking too. Like I don't know if it like I don't know the science behind it, and maybe it's just the
I
science
feel like it
is
just feels good.
the science is like you just forget to put on more sunscreen because you're drunk.
We did.
But I feel like you always get more burnt when you're drinking too. Like I'm like, is it dehydrating you so your skin's not like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe. Also, maybe I just feel like it's a vibe to drink in the sun. Like, and I just feel like you're like,
Especially
doesn't-
on the water because like you can cool off.
yeah, so it doesn't feel as hot. So you're like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just chilling, relaxing. But like, yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tipsy for this episode.
Honestly, you're handling it quite well. Hey,
Really?
let's throw this back because I think this is funny. Because I was thinking about like in a month, like September 9th, was it our first episode ever? It's
Yeah, around
it's
there.
gonna be our 2-year birthday
Very
for
soon.
the pod. And so I was thinking,
I know we have birthday months every like for 3 months in a
Yeah.
row for you. You and
but
I.
what we didn't ever release was our first ever episode where me and Kellen were hammered. We were nervous and we were like felt like we needed to loosen up. We were
And we
giving
had
very
White
like
Claws.
we were trying to give very like I think like Tana Mojo vibes, like very like I'm fucked up but I can still record, and we were just drunk and
Yeah.
it was so bad.
I forgot about that.
Remember? And then after that,
I forgot about it.
literally
'Cause-
after that we were like we can never drink and do this again.
no,
Because
okay,
like
so
we were hammered.
also
so.
yeah, because we were trying to give like party girl like vibes, but like that's not even us.
we were just giving party vibes, like not even party girl, like cutesy girl. It was just like you're the drunk person at the party and nobody's really talking to you
no,
vibes.
at the time though, we were like party girls.
I know, but
So,
I'm saying
like,
what we were giving on camera was just
Oh,
like we're just
it
like the
wasn't-
drunk girl on the corner like rambling
It
vibes.
wasn't good because we were also nervous.
And I was like slurring my words.
Oh my god, I literally was like, we looked at each other. And we were like, I was like, come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we cannot put this out.
I
This
know.
is bad.
So I was like a little bit nervous for this because I knew I'd be drinking all day, and like the people I was
but
with.
definitely the level of drunkenness
Yeah.
that we were then versus like how you now understand like okay I cannot get that level if I'm gonna record
Yes.
are different.
No, very different.
Like you're definitely being more critical on yourself than
because
like
I feel like I am
than
drunk.
I'm noticing.
No, because I feel like I am drunk and like
Your eyes just look calm,
really.
but like your voice I can't tell.
I
at all.
also know that as soon as you leave, I'm gonna knock
Yeah.
the fuck out. But that's okay.
But also the sun is so exhausting.
I was also with people today who are pushers because they're all bartenders. So like they're pushers. Like I'm not going to get away with not drinking.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's your birthday. And they're like throwing champagne on me.
It's my birthday.
It's my birthday. And they're like throwing champagne on me, literally.
Champagne shower.
They seriously did. They were like, they like opened up a bottle and like put it all over me. And I just jumped right in the lake.
I was about to say, if there's one place that's okay, it's like at the lake because you can just jump in the water.
I was like, yeah. They're like, can we do it to you? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to jump right in the water.
Yeah.
Though. Like, the fuck? So, I don't know. It was a good day, though. It was, like, nice to just, like, do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Than,
also,
like,
be, like, with a group of people that you don't normally, like, see in that atmosphere was probably nice.
Yeah,
you know
especially because, like, they're all, like, my age anyway,
Yeah.
too. But we just, like, I'm also not one to hang out with, like, them outside of work. I do, like, here and there. And I'm very, like, very particular about who I hang out with when it comes to them outside of work. But, like, yeah, so it was, like, nice. But right now I still feel like I'm on a boat. I'm like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like kind of like
whole,
that vertigo like feeling where it's like everything's moving.
Ooh, up and down.
It's like when you move at an apartment complex, but you have to take the elevator a million times to like bring your stuff in and out, and then you get back in your room and you like just stop being in the elevator and you're like, I'm gonna throw up because I still feel like I'm going up and down.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But anyway, so full transparency, I'm a little tipsy, so sorry.
So hopefully you're getting drunk listening to this now.
Or you're going to work. And that sucks.
And don't drink if you go to work. Unless your job involves drinking. Maybe you're a wine taster. In that case, enjoy.
Cheers.
Okay, yeah. I don't really have any like real crazy eloquent discussion, but I feel like we don't really ever do that on here. So.
I don't need that today either.
The only things that I have is a lot of shit happened yesterday, which like all happened like at the same time, and I don't know if you saw all of it, but I have three main things. One, Angus Cloud passed away.
I saw that, and I'm sad about that.
Also, like, I knew he was young, but I didn't realize he was only 25.
Yeah.
That's so
apparently his
sad.
dad just passed away like a month ago.
I think his dad died in 2019.
I thought it was like more recent than that.
Let me look it up.
But like, I know that he was like really. I kept seeing
he's been
like,
mourning his
how he's like really close with his dad, and like that was really like a hard thing for him.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I feel like it's also sad because like,
May 18th, after a short illness. That's all it says about his dad.
That's so sad. No, because also I feel like.
So yeah,
for
it was
him
very recent.
too, and I know this is like terrible because like mental health is like crazier than like how people can see you and like the things that you have and like all of that.
Oh,
like,
totally.
None of that matters when like you're dealing with like when you have mental struggles.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy to me because he was like just off the street. Like he like got his name being like
he was like
off the street, kind of like bad boy.
A very
like,
recent example of like true like 0 to 100 in terms of like fame.
Yeah.
Like he really went from just being like a quote nobody, like average Joe, like anybody, and was like scouted for a role and like kind of thrown into that world. Mm-hmm. So like so quickly and like so short lived. It's just so sad because like he definitely like had real potential to be like a big star
outside of Euphoria.
100%. Like, and it's just so upsetting. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, God, I didn't realize he was like our age.
Yeah, no, he is.
Like,
and
that's so sad.
Just the whole situation is sad. Like losing a parent, I cannot imagine having to like deal with that and grieve that. And like, I can't imagine what else he was like going through in those times. But like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I saw that on some happy question mark news.
Okay.
This is like big in your world. But Ethan Dolan is engaged.
Okay, so the Dolan twins, I actually did not see that because I haven't been on social media like that because I worked all day yesterday. But the Dolan twins, out of like nowhere, they were off the grid for like 2, maybe 3 years. Like,
literally since like COVID, they've been
did
gone.
not post a single thing. Did not post on their Instagram,
2020,
Twitters,
I think.
Like
right?
Nothing. Once their dad passed away,
Yeah.
It was really hard for them, and I understand. Like,
that's who I was. The dad thing.
Yeah,
that's the year I was thinking because I think their dad died in like 2019
or
something like that.
Yeah, the Dolan twins.
Yeah.
So when that happened, like it was really hard for them. They like went off the internet. Also, Grayson Dolan to me is sexy.
Yeah.
I think he's so hot. His tattoos, his vibe, like, oh, I think he's so hot. But anywho, so they decided to like go off the grid because of that. And apparently they were like producing a movie in that whole time.
I saw that. Like they released like a short film.
Yes. So in that time,
or I don't know if they've released it yet, but they like posted photos about it.
Yeah. So they deleted all the other stuff on their Instagrams, posted that. I'm so sorry. It's gonna keep happening because I'm like, ooh. So they posted that, and like Julia, so my best friend from home, texted me and was like, I just need to see if you're okay. Like the Dolan twins have posted again.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you doing well? I said no.
Yeah.
I'm not, because they have just been off the grid. But it's crazy because I just saw a whole thing about how like certain celebrities, how they went from like high levels of fame to just like you won't even know, and like they moved back to their hometown to like be with their mom, and like
where are they from?
New Jersey.
That's what I thought.
And they're like doing normal people things, like going out to the bar and like just do like getting gas, going to the grocery store, and like people like have pictures of them and like whatever. But the girl that he was dating, only probably like a year, so he started dating her in 2018.
Is she famous or no?
No, he met her in Australia. Like they went to Australia for like a month and he met her.
Random.
Yeah. And he met her there. And then during COVID, it was like a whole thing. They were already together for like a year. And they were hanging out like in Australia a lot once they had that trip, which like obviously hindsight makes sense. And then during COVID, she ended up coming here for a while and like lived with them at their house. So like, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like she's really cute. Like, I feel like they're cute together.
I know nothing about that. I just saw that a Dolan was engaged.
And
I
you
was
were like,
wow, the internet. They're back on the internet with the engagement.
I don't know. Maybe they are.
I don't think I'm just saying like in internet news. Like people are talking about them again.
Oh my God.
Like I haven't heard anything about them in years.
But I feel like anything that they do is going to be massive news just because they go like
radio silent.
Yeah.
No, I just thought that was crazy.
I love the Dolan twins.
How old are they? They're like a bit younger than us, right?
I think
23.
Yes.
I was gonna say I think they were born the same year that my brother was born, like 99 or 2000.
I think that they're 23, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
I think.
Shout out to our 23-year-old listeners.
Our 23-year-old listeners. You know, we're just so grown. We're 26 now. No, they don't have anything on there. But anyway. That's okay. Going back to the age thing, I was talking to my mom about it today, and she's like, "How does it feel to be 26?" And I was like, "Well, no different than yesterday, bitch." Because it's like,
but saying it
does
saying it make you feel old?
It hurts
because you're officially closer to 30 than you've ever been.
That's
your
exactly
whole
what
life.
I told her. I said, "Mom, I was like, I'm not like mad that I'm 26 because like whatever, but I was like, it's officially like younger kids think you're old."
And I was gonna say that, and I feel like 26 like feels like you're too old to do like trendy stuff.
Yes, and I feel like
where it's like 25 you still get away with it because you're like I'm in my mid 20s, and
that's
now
what
it's
I'm
like
saying. And now I'm like
I'm in my like
I'm technically still mid, but I'm closer to my late 20s headed to 30.
Right.
And that is scary. And she was like, "Oh, like, you know,
which we know 30 is not anything crazy.
No,
like we get it, but like,
I really don't think that like I don't feel old. I don't feel like the age is old, but I'm like, "Oh my God, like younger kids now, like 18-year-old kids are like, yo, you're 26. Like, that's how that feels.
Like you should be married with kids. Like when I was like 18, in my head, a 26-year-old is like a full-ass, grown-ass adult woman.
Also, let's think about this, because when I was younger, I thought at like 26, like when I was young, probably like, 13, 14, I'm like, oh, by 26, I'm going to be like with the person I'm going to marry, and I'm going to be in love, and like all of that, and like,
or like
have
stupid,
kids by
like,
30 and like dumb.
Oh, I told myself like that to be like, this is so dumb, but like when I was little, I would be like, okay, by 28, I will like start trying for a baby, because like that's like really old to be a mom.
See, that's what I'm saying.
28.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
We're like 2 years from being 28, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I watch cartoons on the regular for joy. Okay. Second of all, I don't feed myself half the time because like I forget or I run out of money. Third, like when I do feed myself half the time, it's not good. Like the other, like because I baked that cake, I had like all these cake scraps, and I ate cake scraps for dinner one night with icing, and was like, that's good. Imagine if I had a 3-year-old.
I'm gonna have. Cake
what am I
for
gonna
dinner.
do? Just like hand him cake scraps and be like, make do. And then be like, wait, why can't they go to sleep? It's because they just have like 100 grams of sugar. Also, like, I just think it's so crazy, like, being a little kid and being like 28 is so old. And now I get it when people are like offended. Like, because the other day, a girl at Starbucks, she was probably like, I'm going to say between 16 and 18, because she kind of felt a little bit more mature than a 16-year-old, but at the same time, like, she kind of looked like she was 16. She was like a cool 16-year-old though. Like, I definitely would have like wanted to be her friend. She looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
She called me ma'am. And I was like really grossed out. And I used to get so annoyed when women would be like, it's not ma'am, honey. I'm only 28. And I'd be like, okay, hag. Like, you old hag. Like, okay, yeah, like, you're a ma'am to me. I'm 17.
Yeah. But now you're like.
Now I'm like, that hurt my feelings. Because also my whole life when I would go to places, they'd be like, you know, like, double check my ID or be like, you look really young. I don't get that anymore. Where I used to, like, people would be like, oh, I thought you were like 16 years old. Like when I was like 23.
Yeah.
People all the time. Because I also have a very like rounded face. So like when I don't have makeup on at that age, I feel like I looked very young. And I have a very like high speaking voice. And so especially in like a customer like service environment, I talk very differently than I talk right now.
Yeah.
And like they would be like, oh my God, I thought you were like this young, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's so great. I don't get that anymore.
Yeah. I hate the whole like, it's okay. You don't got to get your ID out. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're like, nah, you're good.
Okay, also,
like, come on. Like, just pretend like I look like I'm under 21.
Like, I know that I know I still look young, but like,
right,
come
I'm
on.
not saying I look old, but like,
I'm also not saying that I look like
that
I'm
I look
18.
like a minor anymore.
Yeah, like I know that, but like you could still be
also
like, nice.
like, you know, this is so creepy and fucked up, but like, I can also tell that I'm starting to look older because less men are like weird around me. Like, they're still creepy and will flirt with you, but like the way that like when you're like between like 15 and like 23, men are like fucking flies on shit to you. And then after you get past, it's like Leo said it best, like 25 is too old for them. And like they can tell. They know. They're like, she looks like about 25, maybe 26. I'm good. And then it's like less often.
Okay, but that's also creepy that's creepy for those men to do.
No, that's what I'm saying.
General,
but I'm just saying, like, you get hit on less the older you get. Even like you still get hit on, but it's like less frequent by creepy people.
Unless you're like probably really hot.
Yeah, but even so, I feel like once you hit a certain age, it's like you still get hit on, but like it's just not
yesterday I was on the bar and I was like, I had 2 customers come and I asked to see their IDs because in the state of Tennessee you have to ID everybody at all times.
It's really strict here.
Like you have to ID everybody.
I was gonna say, like, I think it's also too because it's such a tourist city. It's like we don't need the liability if somebody from like Montana comes in is like 19.
Right. Oh my God. Actually, I had boys the other night try to give me his ID and his birthday was August 7th. And he'll be 21 August 7th. And I was like, bro, you're not even 21. He was like, oh, I thought I'd get you. And I was like, you want a water? Like, no.
Also, do you think I'm stupid?
No. Also, then number 2, I had a lady yesterday at the bar. She sits down and I was like, hi, like, can I get you something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like talking to them. And they're like, yeah, like we want Coronas. I was like, okay, great. Can I see your ID? She goes, are you actually serious? And I said, yeah. And she was like an older lady. And she was like, I was like,
that's how you know they're not from here though.
No, I know. They had Illinois like licenses. And I was like, oh, sorry. I was like, the state of Tennessee makes us ID everyone. She goes, that's stupid. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, take it up with the federal government.
She literally, they were going to order food. They literally cashed out and left. Because she was offended that I asked for her
Everywhere
ID.
you go, lady. That must have been the first stops of their whole trip. Because what do you mean?
Had to have
where
been.
She tried to like order alcohol because like everywhere, like even like.
But also, like, why are you offended regardless? Because honestly, at an older age, you should feel good that I want to see your ID. And also, like, it's still the law. No matter where you actually live, it is still the law to still check somebody's ID.
There's just more at risk here because it's, like, just a bunch of tourists.
Yeah. Like, and here we're supposed to, so the other part of it is I don't know necessarily why, but we're also supposed to check their expiration date.
Yeah. Because I know that. And like the whole like you can't use a paper ID to get in anywhere here.
So it depends. You can have it if your establishment accepts it. So like we do, as long as it's within 30 days of
Yeah.
you receiving it. But outside of that, it's like no, because you get it within 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So like you don't need it longer than that. But like some places just won't.
Yeah, like I don't think anywhere on Broadway will take
No,
paper ID.
like East even won't. There's
Yeah.
places there. But like it's just,
But yeah, like
it's
okay, why are
strict.
you mad at me
I was like,
for enforcing
did I
like
really
the
offend
law?
you?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I don't care if you go to fucking Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, they should still ask for your ID.
Right. I
Like, you're
remember
being
like the
served.
first time my parents came here, like when my brother lived here, they were like so shocked that that was a thing. But it's like it makes sense though.
No, you
Like,
have to. Even my parents,
yeah.
I was like, if we're gonna go on to Broadway, like I was like,
have
no
your
matter
ID.
where we
That's
go,
why
I
I
was
tell
like,
my mom
I
because she's
do you
very
have your ID?
forgetful.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but also at my parents' age, like they don't think about like
No, totally.
not that they don't have it with them because like my dad just has his wallet, but like to think that you have to have it or like double check that you
Yeah.
have your ID
Or
is
for
like
women, it's different. Like in like for me, I always have it because I keep it in my phone. But like
Yeah.
for my mom, like she keeps it in her wallet, which is in her purse. And it's like if she doesn't want to bring her big purse because
She
my
just
dad
brings her
has
card,
his wallet,
yeah.
she's not gonna remember to bring her ID. So it's just like yeah, it's one of those things that's very random. But like, why are you mad at me that I told you to
was
like
so
just show me
weird.
your ID?
it was so
People
weird.
get so offended
I was
over
like,
like
for
things
what?
like that are so dumb.
I was like, for what though?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry that I offended
Okay, you're
you for
mad.
the
Go to the
law,
next place. They're gonna tell you the exact same shit.
for your damn corona.
Right. It's not that deep. Okay. The only other I actually have one more YouTuber news. This like happened a while ago, but I don't know if they announced that it's I don't know. But anyways, Shane and Rylan, Shane Dawson and Rylan are having babies, twin babies. They're like either I don't know if it's surrogacy or they're just adopting.
So they're having babies.
Yeah, they're having two twins. So like Shane Dawson, who has been canceled so many fucking times, is going to be a father of not one but two children. And I think they're both boys, but I could be wrong.
See, there are some people on this planet that don't need to have children.
Yeah, and I think he's one of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And like, but okay. I feel like in the past I would have said the same thing about Trish Paytas, and I think she is a amazing mom.
it's really changed her. I think
Yeah.
women, it's also a very different experience
That's true.
than like a man. And I don't mean that in like a mean way, but I just think that like, especially as like a woman, like also Trisha specifically, her experience and like what she was told about like not ever being able to
Fertility,
like have
yeah.
a child and all that kind of stuff, like it's a whole other experience for her. But also on top of it, I think just as like a woman like carrying the child and like whether you wanted one or not, I genuinely feel like it's a whole other experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there's people that have very shitty mothers out there.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, like, and regardless, I think if you or I were to get pregnant right now, obviously it'd be like, ooh, didn't want that. But at the same time, it'd
Yeah.
like, you would step up to the plate because it's like just
Yeah.
part of like,
Well, I would
being a
step up
woman.
to the abortion clinic, but
Listen, even my sister and I were talking last night, and she was like, my sister was like, I know that like me and her husband are married.
dude, you said his name on
I know,
here
it's
so
okay.
many times.
Sorry, I just like don't know. I just
He's
don't
been
know.
in your vlog so many times.
That's true. Okay, so her and her husband, she was like, I really just don't know, like if even like I know that we're married and like we love each other and like, we have an amazing life, but like I genuinely think if I got pregnant, like it'd be an actual conversation. Like, do we want to keep this
Yeah.
child? Like,
Which
and-
is valid, and like that's another big thing too that I don't think is normalized is like married people not wanting kids.
yeah, and like so she was at her friend's like bachelorette party, like her best friend since like literally preschool. Her bachelorette party this weekend, and like her mom was there and that kind of stuff, and she was like, so I heard about like you not necessarily wanting to have kids, like that's not really like your next step in life. And she's like, no, not really. And she's like, I think that's awesome that like
Yeah.
you like recognize that you don't like it's okay, like who cares. And she's
Yeah.
like, honestly, like now being a grandmother, like I enjoy like being able to hand the kids back, but I'm also like they're not my problem.
Yeah.
like I get to live my life, and like and she's like, so I respect that. And she's like, oh, thanks, because she's like, I did not think that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like, because it's mostly like you get judged for it. To,
Well, and like
like, especially as like a woman.
I was especially like by not older women, but people of generations where that was like the norm, where
Yeah.
it's like you get married, you have kids, your kids have kids, and like that's what we look forward to is like babies. And like I think that's not really the same. And anymore. And also like it's very normalized, especially on social media too, this like what is it, it's like an acronym, it's like married, it's like dual income married without children or something. Like there's some sort of like acronym for that, because people like say on their videos beforehand, because people in the comments will be like, how are you affording to do all of this stuff, blah blah blah, and they're like, I'm not spending $45,000 a year in childcare.
And then also having to feed them and take them on vacation with me and buy them cleats and do all the extra shit.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think it said like, I was watching this video of this girl like break down like the cost of like having one child in America right now, and it's like 42 point something thousand dollars a year that you pay for like one child a year, in everything, like in their healthcare, in the food, in the clothes, in the like everything. And I was like, that's like probably my take-home pay from my salary.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck? How would I be able to do that? No, babe. No, babe. We're poor.
Yeah.
No, babe. We're 40,000. 40,000 is a bit large if you think I'm spending that on you. We are going to the dollar store. We're gonna get cups there. We're like, no,
we're not living. Like, if I have to pay that to a kid, like,
will is where your clothing is coming
and
from,
and that's why, like, it you should have the choice if you want a child or not, because like that's not fair.
But I think that that's like really cool. Like,
yeah,
honestly, that she like we were talking about it, because I was like, I don't really want children either. Like, I feel like if it happened, I probably would. It would be a hard decision. I think either direction.
I think it's like we can't say because we've never been in it.
That's what I'm saying. Now. Like right now, it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, bye. But also, I think if you're like in that moment, because I'm actually watching, something about American Teenager. What's it called? The Secret Life of American. Yeah,
Teenager.
I'm actually watching that right now.
Oh my god, a throwback!
I've never watched it before.
That's like before our generation.
No, I know. It's like old. But I've never watched it before.
It's like older millennial watch that.
Yes.
Like not even like young millennials.
Well, I saw Gen Z people watching because it's on Hulu now. So I saw people watching it on TikTok and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen it. So I'm watching it. And like,
it was like when you went and watched One Tree Hill, but I've never seen it before.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I was like enlightened, but I'm loving this show. And it's also like right now, she like first episode, she finds out she's pregnant because she like hooked up with this guy. This summer. It was the first time she ever had sex, like whatever. And
they did every scare tactic to like scare you into never having sex in that show. They're like one time and she's pregnant.
Yeah, one time it was a fling. He didn't even like her.
Yeah,
and her parents want to kick her out, send her to the slut school right now, and like, but she's having like a hard time. Like right now, she wants to keep it, but she already went to the abortion clinic, and when she was there, she like before she got there, she was like all about like having an abortion, and then she got there, and she's like, I can't do this. Like, I feel like it's a very like conflicting feeling.
Totally.
And I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
So I would. It's so
I
easy
think
to
it
be
also too depends on like your.
Who it was with.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the person who created that life with you, because like for me, if I wasn't in like a serious relationship, I really don't. Again, I don't know. I'm not in the situation. I've fortunately never had to be in that situation. I don't think I would want it. Because like I wouldn't want that.
No,
I wouldn't want that person involved in my life for the rest of my life.
But on like if someone I'm dating, I would probably because it's like, okay, we fucked up,
right?
Also,
but like it's not like if it was just like somebody who I'd been seeing like 3 times or something, and it's like now you have to be in my life for the rest of forever.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you do?
What if you have like skeletons in your closet that I don't know about?
Exactly. But also, it's like. I don't know. I feel like it'd be a very conflicting feeling as a woman.
Yeah.
Like, what would I do?
Yeah. And that's why you should have the choice.
I feel like right now I'd be like, oh, fuck that. But then like actually, if I really think about it, like sitting in that situation, I feel like it'd be very hard to decide.
I really don't think it would for me right now. Like I'm going to be completely
honest. No, but if
I'm like in 5 years, I think it'd be different.
I don't know. Yes, because I think it just depends on who it would be with. But also I just really feel like when it came down to it, like I'd actually have to like think about it.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't. I don't think it could be like a done deal. Like whatever. I think I'd actually have to like sit on it. I still think I know what my answer would be, but I still think I'd have to like full on like decide.
Especially if you'd like already taken Plan B. Because like you knew you guys fucked up.
The universe wants
like
me to
you already took the Plan B, and like you were already on birth control. Like in every like parameter was taken besides the condom part, and then like it happened, I'd be like, fuck.
The universe,
because like in my head I've already like established that this wasn't gonna happen because I've taken the steps necessary. Yeah. Anyways, what was the last thing I had? Oh yeah, so Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, apparently they're making a documentary about that whole trial on Netflix now, and it just got like announced yesterday that it's like going to be on Netflix.
Why?
But I'm like, I don't know, because do we need any more of that? Like, didn't they already do like a TMZ special on that on like Hulu or something?
Don't understand. So there are so many like weird documentaries on Netflix of like cases that like I've never even heard of before. But I don't necessarily
asking for it?
That's what I'm saying. Why do we need more of them? I don't understand
especially
it.
with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing, because
I feel like it's more like a longevity thing, so like in the future can like circle back and still like make money, because like right now, like why the fuck do we need that?
Well, and I am curious to like who is it benefiting, because it's got to be like one-sided, right? Like it's not just gonna be like the story of the trial and neither party gets money from Netflix. I'm assuming, just the way that the trial went, it's going to be Johnny Depp's side because of the way the trial went. And so I'm assuming he's going to make money off of this thing, which pisses me off.
So you're saying that one of them is going to reap benefits, which I get.
Like going to be like a producer of
which I
thing.
get. So then that means it's going to just be his side.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand. I had to like think about it
because
myself,
there was a lot of like post trial Johnny Depp like diehard supporters being like, I knew he would never do it. And it's like, okay, just because the jury didn't find him guilty doesn't mean he's not a shitty person, because the fact that we're in this situation in the first place, he drove somebody crazy. She might have been crazy, but like he still drove her to a point of like shitting on his bed and like breaking stuff. So I think he's also just psycho. But like the fact that like, so it's going to have to be somebody's POV, and I'm assuming it's going to be his, the way the trial panned out, which means like he's making money off of it. Yeah. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like when a documentary is like that, where it's like I like when a documentary is like non-biased, or it's like support of the victims. But in this, it's just like two rich people who hated each other.
Yeah. Unless they're going to do it very like, unbiased, where it's like some
Here's
random person and they're not, neither side is involved in the making of this. That's the only way.
Neither, but I feel like that's what TMZ already did. Like that thing that they released, because they didn't have Amber or Johnny as like a talking head in the documentary. So I'm like curious if he's going to be like in the documentary, like telling his story. And in that case, I don't care about it.
I am.
I don't know. It's just like all of these crime documentaries are like, I get it. It's entertaining for people, and like some of them are told really well because it helps get the victim's story out and whatever. But like something like this, I'm like, okay, do we need this?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know?
I'm going to say no.
And then I could also see in the future, like, you know how they did like the Pam Anderson, Tommy Lee show on Hulu?
I could see that.
I could see them making something like that,
like a little bit like a before, and then into like the trial type
like
thing.
Ends with the trial.
Yeah, I could see that.
I know, and then that's also something where it's like,
or like they're in trial through the whole thing, but like it's like flashbacks and like it
kind of like how they did the O.J. Simpson thing.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, with Ross from Friends as Rob Kardashian. What was that? Actually, now I'm like remembering that.
I actually don't know, but I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember like.
It was like the O.J. Simpson trials or something like that. It's like another thing. I'm like, did we need a dramatization of this?
No. But the thing is, it makes money.
Yeah.
Because people are going to watch it. And like the thing is, you and I are still going to watch it.
Right. Of course. Yeah. I'm going to watch it, especially because I pay $20 a month for fucking Netflix. Like I'm watching everything they put out.
Just everything that comes out, I
all
will
these
be on
dumbass original series.
I'm not even home right now, but that shit's just playing.
Yeah. I'm getting my money off of that. Actually, I'm really not. I do not watch Netflix enough. Also, I never watch Hulu, and I have a Hulu.
I love Hulu.
I like Hulu, but like I don't like the interface of Hulu at all.
I agree.
And if you're rewatching a show, you have to rewind the episode. It won't just like, you can't just click like play from beginning.
No, I agree.
It's so bad.
Well,
it's
you
very
can
Android vibes.
It honestly,
literally,
yeah.
Like
honestly,
Hulu is such Android vibes.
Honestly, that's true.
It's like
I
the
would
interface
say,
is so
I
bad.
would say based off like the shows that are on Hulu versus Netflix right now, Hulu's better in that regard. But Netflix would be the Apple.
And I hate on Hulu where anything that you watch that's like over PG-14 or whatever, so anything that's like mature, like rated R, they do that content warning at the beginning that you can't skip, and it's like the material you're about to view is mature.
It takes like 5
da-da-da-da.
seconds.
But it's annoying if you're watching like a series of episodes, like 4 in a
Yeah.
row, and it's like,
Yeah,
I know.
that is one thing I will say about Hulu that's annoying, because the Hulu that I have, I get it from my friend, so I'm already being a broke bitch. But then also he's bringing broke bitch because he didn't get it without commercials. So
You should just log into my Hulu. I have it without
so
commercials.
it really just, well, the thing is now on
it's like you've
his-
already had your algorithm and
yeah,
account and
like
shit.
it already knows what I'm gonna like, like all my shit's there, like. But yeah, I can't stand the commercials.
I do like on Hulu though how they don't have that automatic play feature that Netflix does when you hover over something. It just starts playing it, like on YouTube how it does
yes.
that. I hate that.
I don't mind it on YouTube, but on Netflix,
Yeah.
I do mind it.
On
because-
YouTube I like because like the thumbnail could be
Yes.
totally different than the vibe of the video.
Exactly.
So
That's
I kind
why
of
I do
getting,
like it.
the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, do I want to watch this? No.
Yeah.
Man, I can
Not
keep
feeling
going.
it today.
But like on
Netflix,
But
I
the thing
hate.
is, on YouTube, it makes sense.
Right.
Because like you're not really committing to anything. It's not like a series of anything. Like it's like a short little clips. Like to have a quick little preview in a video version, you kind of
Yeah, I
need.
kind of like that.
But
yeah.
like on Netflix, like if I'm about to go watch some movie, you kind of already have a basis of what it's gonna be about.
right.
You don't need it to start playing.
Yeah,
in,
no,
like,
no.
for
Or it's like
10
you
seconds.
hover over it to like start the play of like the trailer, and then it just like opens up the show and like starts it. I'm like, I didn't commit.
You're like, yeah,
and
that
now
was
it's
it.
on, and now it's already on my like continue watching list, and it's like
Yes.
I didn't want to start. This.
That is what I don't
I
like.
didn't
The
wanna start
continued
this.
watching. What was I watching?
Yeah, I don't even remember watching this.
I wasn't watching it. Take it off the algorithm.
Yeah, I hate that.
Please.
The only other thing about YouTube that I have that I hate right now is, I don't know if you've realized this, but the amount of ads I get on my videos has like reached a substantial level that is literally having me contemplate buying YouTube without ads, because there's so many, and
It's
that
crazy.
fucking Burger King one is about to send me over the edge.
So I don't.
Where it's
I
like
don't see the
Whopper,
chicken
something
dinner,
cheese
dan-
on Whopper, and then it's
Yeah.
like BK, have it your way.
Terry, you rule,
Fuck.
something like that.
Fuck Burger King and fuck that commercial. I hate it. It grinds my gears. And
grinds.
literally, I've seen it so many times, and I hate when it doesn't let you skip it. Like after the 5 seconds, you have to like listen to the whole 15-second song. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't. I do have beef with YouTube about that. Unless I want the 4-second skip, I don't want to see the ad.
Yeah. Or
Not
will
gonna
they'll
lie.
give you like an ad that's an entire trailer of like a movie, and it's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Who
Who
wants
is not
this?
skipping this though?
No, because also they
honestly?
make more money the longer you're on their ads.
Yeah.
So like you would want it to be like the 13-second no skip.
Yeah,
ad.
it's like the percentage is greater because like they watch 50% of the ad instead of like 2% of the 5-minute ad or whatever.
Yeah.
I know one of the channels that I subscribe to was like talking about like their ads or whatever, and they're like, hey guys, and we'd really love it if you would watch all of the ads and not skip through them because
Shut
it
up.
makes us more money. Like they're very like dry humor, like sarcastic.
Shut up.
But I'm like, at least they're being honest.
That is embarrassing though.
It was so funny because they were like, smash that like button, you know, turn on the bell for notifications, and by the way, please watch all of the ads because we make way more money if you watch the whole thing.
We need to start saying that.
So we don't have ads.
No, but when we do.
All right, guys, 9,000 more followers, and then we will get ads on our YouTube. Maybe that's gonna motivate them to not subscribe.
Don't subscribe to the YouTube channel. We don't want it.
Yeah.
We don't. No, take your subscription away. It doesn't help us at all. Reverse psychology.
Yeah,
Bully them into thinking that they're doing the right
never
thing.
watch the video version of this.
Please never, because if you do, it hurts the algorithm for
It's
us.
going to only make us more money, and we'll be super rich, and you will never be able to relate to us anymore. So don't watch it.
I wish you were lying.
I wish we were rich.
Me too. But that's okay. Instead, I'm going to pay my rent tomorrow.
I paid mine today. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It said
it's going to hurt.
It said, ding, 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 you owe us money. And I was like, fuck.
And you said, okay. And you submitted it. And then you said,
and I also got paid yesterday. So it was like that one day where you had money in the bank. And I was like, Shawty, what'd you drink? I got
That's me
money
right now.
in the bank. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's all going to my rent.
That's me right now. That's me currently. I'm like, ooh, this looks pretty nice. And then tomorrow I'm going to be like, fuck.
Where did it all go?
But it's okay. That's part of being an adult, I guess. It's just being broke.
Hey,
and
at least you didn't pay it on your birthday.
You're right. It always comes out on the 3rd. So I need to make sure it's in the account.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Nice.
It is what it is.
Well, are you looking forward to 26?
Yeah. I guess.
Do you have any like goals that you're like, all right, this year I want to do this, and like maybe like now you feel like it's the perfect time?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only like
give us some parting advice, some parting
the
words.
only like goal I have for myself is that I want to start doing triathlons this year. So like
just
now that
putting it out into the
now that I'm
universe.
publicly saying it,
Yeah,
but like
that's
I really,
what I did with my marathon, and I could not back down.
No, I really want to start. I don't really care about like going from 0 to 100 in a marathon. Like starting with like a sprint marathon that's only like a 5K, not even a mile swim. I think it's like a 20K bike, like something that's like lower that like honestly I could probably go do right now. It would still suck, but I think I could go do it now and be okay.
You would like only throw up at the end once.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't practice at all.
Yeah. But like I also am not like super out of shape where like I couldn't go do it.
Yeah.
So like I want to start there, like have fun with it, and then like maybe grow from there. And like I kind of want to find a love for training again for something, but like something that is like fun. And I think that like triathlons, like I think the cool part about them is that they're all over the world. So like regardless at the end of the day, like I could literally travel to do these things and like kind of associate it and not, I guess because right now I kind of feel guilty if I want to travel and spend money on it. That could be a reason not to feel guilty.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. So that's like one thing I want for myself this year. Obviously another thing would be to continue to grow our podcast and our company and like do all of that. I'm definitely like thankful that this past year I like of like what we accomplished, I guess, and like myself, like actually taking my mental health into like consideration and like,
like personal growth.
Yeah, and like actually going and sticking with therapy, because that's a big thing. I feel like one thing is like I would always go for like a little bit and like meh, and then go for a little bit and then no,
and like actually seeing like the fruits of your labor from like putting the work in.
Yeah, like, and I think that's like really cool, honestly. I don't know. I just feel like I grew like this past year and I kind of want to keep that going and keep finding myself.
Yeah.
Without like anyone telling me who I have to be. I think that's like really cool, especially like as an adult. I don't think we get to do that often.
Yeah.
And most adults I don't think got to, at least ones in my life, because they're all like married off around this age.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This upcoming year, I kind of just like want to keep that going, keep growing our business, just keep finding happiness for myself day to day and like be happy with what I'm going to do in my life and maybe do a triathlon.
Yeah. I think those are all good and like feasible things. You know what I mean? Like all of them will come true. Like and they'll all be obtainable. And I feel like it's a good parting lesson of the episode is like, not that it took you a year to get here, but I feel like this past year, like 25, like right in the middle of 20, it was like you're kind of getting over that hump of like your younger 20s, you like are into your mid 20s, you're like hit that point of like self-discovery and like realization of like what you want out of life and taking the leap of faith of, you know, investing yourself into you and not into something that people wanted you to be. And so it's a pretty like inspirational thing.
No, I definitely think that 25 was like a huge growth year for me. Like physically, mentally, like spiritually, everything. Like it was just a big growth year. And like I learned a lot about myself through like good things and bad things. And like, I don't know, I kind of just want to keep, carrying that into 26. And you're right, it's all like feasible things. So
yeah, it's not like you said you're going to go climb Mount Everest.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I would never do
No,
that.
I don't think
I'm not a big hiker.
Yeah, I think that's not for me.
You're like, I'll swim in like the oceans and the lakes and I'll like ride the bikes on the trails, but like I'm not trying to like hike Everest.
No, like that's never been a goal.
No toes need to be lost. this year.
Yeah, I don't
fingers.
like. I think like having to carry the tent on my back as I go up there is bad in itself.
Looking at the.
How long does it take you to walk up there? It's like 3 days.
I was gonna say probably in total, like hours wise, like actual walking is probably like 48 hours. So like the sleeping in between adds more hours to that.
I think it's like 3 days total. That
Yeah.
They have like a whole like plan because before, like when we were younger, it was like a huge thing when someone climbed Everest. But now I think it's like
Did you see that old guy climbed it recently?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's like a normal thing now. I feel like they have like a path and they just like do it.
Still, I wouldn't.
No.
Like I still
also
wouldn't.
The fact that it's like cold up at the top.
Yeah, I wonder how cold it still is though, with like global warming and shit.
Ooh.
You know what?
But I think it's
probably
still, like snow up there.
Oh, it definitely is. It's definitely still like negative something.
I think in Hawaii, even like their highest like mountains have snow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but like I feel like it's probably less intense than it was like 50 years ago.
That's probably true. But yeah,
given the fact that the oceans in Florida are like 100 degrees right now.
Yeah, Everest. Oh my god, the lake today was hot.
Ew.
It wasn't even like refreshing.
Ew, you're like cooking in it. Like it's just like lukewarm.
I mean, it definitely
like,
felt better than just like sitting in the sun.
Yeah, you're like, this could have been like a like old bath water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of actually how it felt.
That's like sometimes when like if I'm at my parents' house and like in their pool, but it's been like hot as balls outside and you get in and you're like expecting it to cool off and you're like, ugh, I'm kind of just like sitting in the heat.
You're like, this did absolutely nothing for me. Yeah, no. So, yeah, Everest isn't on the bucket list this year, but maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we'll go get Everest.
Yeah.
Never know. Because I never thought I would be like, oh, I want to be a triathlete. Never thought that was going to come out of my mouth. But now I feel like it'd be kind of cool.
I say do it. I'm all for the training and the racing. I want to train
because now we can. So listen, we can travel though. I just go do a triathlon. You just go do a marathon in that time, and it'd be fun.
I know. I want to start training for another like half because I like think that's gonna be like my. You know, I feel like I can do that like a couple of weekends out of the year. Like a casual half marathon, then like once a year do a marathon. But it is so fucking hot right now. I refuse to run outside. I can't do it.
It's not worth it.
No.
Unless you're going to wake up really early.
I saw this morning, literally at the ass crack of dawn, it was 78 degrees. And I was like, it's not even worth it.
No.
I saw a guy running today and he was like, first of all, I saw the heat in the air, like the waves of heat. And I was like, no. And then he was running in black gym shorts and a black shirt and a black hat. And I was like, you are cooking.
No.
But he like couldn't take it off because I bet the sweat that it was making was like somewhat keeping him cool. But like if he took it off too, he'd get like so torched.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, nah. I actually enjoyed training in the winter.
It
like it wasn't that bad. I would rather run in the freezing cold than in this heat.
No, this heat's exhausting
it's
too.
So bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But
anyway. So maybe we can go like hard in the fall.
All right.
Like training, like running wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta
get your swimming in now.
Yeah. I've been swimming at the Y.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Get those swimming in.
My thing is I need a bike. I need to figure out the bike situation. And then I think I'll just gonna hit the road.
At least with the bike, there's like a breeze.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so like training in the summer is like not, I mean, it's probably still really shitty, but like at least there's some sort of like breeze.
Running though on like the black macadam, bro.
No.
Not
horrid.
It. Not
horrid.
Anywho. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Society 97. My name is Kellen Rackett. You can find me at Kellen Rackett on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And I'm Emily. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Starnsy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram as well. We're at society97.pod, where we post clips, we post Instagram stories, we post polls. I don't know. We post a lot of random shit over there. You can also follow us on TikTok, where we post exclusively clips from the show.
And you can go follow us at our YouTube channel, where we do vlogs every single Tuesday and the video version of the podcast every single Friday. So just go follow Society 97 on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, comments, do all the things over there. And that's it. We love you guys. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.